River's tail notes. Summary of a river's tail. The impact of man's activities on a river is the subject of this chapter. It explains how the river becomes polluted and what steps must be taken to rescue it. The chapter also discusses the sea and why we are unable to consume seawater. Sea. A sea is a vast body of salt water that is partially encircled by land and covers the earth. River. A river is a naturally flowing watercourse that flows towards an ocean, sea, lake, or another river, and is usually freshwater. Points to remember about the river. Color of the river. Water is colorless. When we look at water in a river from afar, it appears to be bluish in color. There must be a starting point for a river. The source is the area where it all begins. A river's source is typically a hill or a mountain. Most rivers begin as a little stream. Several little streams eventually join to become a river. A river must come to an end at some point. A river's mouth is the place where it meets the water. The river's mouth will discharge the water into the sea, oceans, or a huge lake. The Nile River is the world's longest river. How does the river get polluted? Water pollution is caused by a variety of human activities. Some of them are mentioned below. Washing utensils. Bathing animals. Cleaning utensils. Wastewater. Industrial waste. Water pollution. Water pollution occurs when chemicals contaminate water sources, rendering the water unfit for drinking, cooking, cleaning, swimming, and other activities. Soluble substances. Soluble compounds are those that dissolve in water. Some of the examples are sugar and salt. Insoluble substances. Insoluble substances are those that do not dissolve in water. Insoluble substances include things like sand and wheat. Soluble or insoluble, find out? You will need to bring a few items from home for this exercise. The majority of these can be found in the kitchen. 5 or 6 glasses. Fill each bottle or glass halfway with water. Ascertain that everyone has the same amount of water. Put each of the items in the water one by one. For instance, put haldi in the first glass, oil in the second glass, and soda in the third glass until each glass is empty. In a bowl of water, combine all the ingredients and observe what occurs. Fill in the table with your observations. So, what did you notice? Place the ma in the appropriate locations. Things. Color of water changes. Flour. Sherbet. Cooking soda. How to keep rivers clean. People who live near the river's edge should not bathe their pets or wash their clothes in it. The river should not be used to dispose of industrial trash or sewage. Before releasing sewage into the river, treatment plants should be established to remove contaminants. How is drinking water get cleaned in our house? Water can be disinfected by filtering and adding chlorine tablets, or by filtering and mixing chlorine tablets and adding alum. Why we are unable to drink seawater. All rivers eventually merge into the sea, thus if a river is polluted, the seawater will be polluted as well. In addition, companies discharge rubbish into the water, and sewage from cities near the sea is a major cause of pollution. Seawater is salty and contains a variety of contaminants that are unfit for human consumption. Ships, oil leaks, and other factors contaminate seawater. Practice questions. Q1. In some places, there are many fish in the river, in others, there are only a few.